the King to the Golden State? Could that actually happen? So many questions. Well, an NBA executive believes that there's a chance. A Western Conference executive has lifted the lid on this sensational trade. Sean Devaney, an NBA insider who works for Heavy Sport, revealed all this after hearing it from an NBA executive from a Western Conference team, meaning there's an equal chance it could come from the Warriors or even the Lakers. Devaney quoted the exec who believes that this trade is a real possibility in the offseason. He explained that the Lakers would be willing to part ways with LeBron James, but there's a caveat, and that's the small problem to come from the Lakers' demands. I'll come to that later in the video.
Great points, taken away Troy Brown. 2-on-1. Schroeder, LeBron, do it again! Reverse slam from Schroeder!
But for now, let's just allow ourselves to get a little bit excited. This would probably be up there as one of the most outrageous trades ever. LeBron James playing with Steph Curry at Chase Center. Unbelievable. We're just happy there's a slight chance. And you best believe our fingers are completely crossed to make it happen. Even the NBA would want it to happen. Can you imagine how many tickets and views they'll be able to sell? The two biggest stars of their generation teaming up for a final hurrah. Just make it happen already. But what are the Lakers' demands? And is it possible to dream? The exec believes the Lakers would want a Warrior star who is still young. What does that mean? Well, he did name names, so that makes it a tad bit easier. But it also makes the possibility of a trade a little bit tougher. Don't worry, I won't keep you waiting any longer.
Gotta look themselves in the mirror. They didn't put the Lakers away when they had the opportunity. Look
Rejected by James! Here comes Reeves, 2-on-1.
According to the exec, the two players that fit that description are Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. I can understand if any Warriors fans watching this video are a little bit pessimistic right now. Why would you want to give up one of your future stars for a 38-year-old? Makes no sense. But then again, how many 38-year-olds are playing like LeBron's playing right now? Even if you dig into the history of the NBA, is there any other star who played like him at 38 or beyond? Nope. The questions here are, which timeline are the Warriors looking to prioritize? Do they want to prioritize Steph's twilight years and adopt a win-now approach? This trade, should it happen, would mean that this is exactly what they're doing. In fact, given LeBron's age, it might actually work in favor of the Warriors. They wouldn't have to give up more of their younger stars, so it wouldn't exactly be putting all of your eggs in one basket, you know? You still have the other younger stars to cultivate and invest in, and you get the services of the greatest player of all time, pair him up with the greatest shooter of all time, and you let them go nuts. Not to forget, the rest of the Warriors supporting cast isn't exactly a supporting cast. They're more than that.
The steal by LeBron James in the open court. And as you mentioned this, year 20 being able to do this.
So basically, you're a lock for winning the championship. You can let both Curry and Bron enjoy their 5th rings. That's if one of them doesn't already win a 5th this season. And then once this little dance is done, you still have the services of some of the other younger stars. Fair point that there will be a slight delay in their rebuilding process, but that's worth at least another championship, right? Maybe even 2. Who knows? Because let's be honest, that team looks pretty lethal. Yeah, the Warriors with their usual lineup and LeBron for Wiggins looks unreal. Basically, you're allowing Steph and LeBron to run the plays. Alternatively, with Steph having the majority of the ball, then you've got probably the second sharpest shooter in the NBA currently in Klay Thompson, who is absolutely letting it fly from each charge and pass move from LeBron, while Draymond and Kevon Looney sweep up behind those three. Oh, and if Steph gets tired, you just bring on Jordan Poole to run the plays. If LeBron gets tired, you can go small too. This team is beating almost every team over a 7-game series, and it's worth it too. For the NBA, definitely. For the Warriors, also, of course. But what about from LeBron's perspective? Would he appreciate a trade to the Warriors? Absolutely. No two ways about it.
Last chance stretch here for LA. Westbrook with the slam, James with the dish, 8-point game. 90 seconds to go.
The man has been playing in the NBA for 2 decades now, and the only time he actually had proper help was way back when he was in Miami. Any guesses as to what happened during his time with the Heat? They won back-to-back championships, and at 38 years of age, going 39 by the time the season is underway with the Warriors, potentially, LeBron deserves a bit of rest. It's unfair that he's had to carry teams on his shoulders for nearly 2 decades, and it's almost almost a crime what the Lakers left him with this season. So, as far as my opinion is concerned, I think LeBron wouldn't even think twice. Yeah, the LA life is probably better than San Francisco, but as far as success is concerned, LeBron will be willing to do what's needed. In fact, have we all forgotten his interview from last year? He loves playing with Steph. We saw that in the All-Star game, didn't we? He'll love playing with him for an entire season, too. So, the only question is, would the Lakers be happy with this trade? Well, I don't personally rate Rob Pelinka highly. He's responsible for some awful trades that the Lakers made in recent times, and this could be one way of rectifying it. After all, for what it's worth,
Trade to take the much higher percentage shots the majority of the time. Oh, LeBron again! That's what they came to see.
in the shape of Wiggins or Poole, whoever the Lakers get from the trade, you're getting a star that you can build an entire roster around. Yeah, I absolutely think that, especially if they land Poole. And in all that, you're getting rid of a massive contract and a person who is, after all, 38 years old. Given the fact that they didn't walk the talk and came good with their promises, it's the best case scenario for both parties. And this trade genuinely benefits the Lakers too. They can start planning for the future after the Kings' potential exit. With one of Wiggins and Poole on their team, the Lakers would fancy their chances of making a decent team.
No matter what everybody says, it is very, very challenging.
Meanwhile, it's been challenging to try and stop Davis.
This brings me to the final question: should the rumor be taken with a pinch of salt, or should we start getting excited? I would advise exercising caution. As far as I know, these NBA executives want to remain anonymous because they don't want the heat that comes with getting a trade wrong, especially when you've talked about something this big, and then it's nothing more than a rumor. So I wouldn't get excited just now. Plus, there's a lot of the season still left. The offseason is a long way away, and there's also the very obvious problem of Bronny James coming to the NBA. While LeBron has said that he wouldn't mind playing against his son once he does make it to the NBA, and that makes the possibility of a Warriors trade a bit more realistic, I'd still argue that a lot needs to fall kindly for this trade to materialize. But there's no reason to not hope. Far weirder things have happened in the NBA, especially when it comes to blockbuster and unexpected trades. We remember the decision. That involved LeBron, and we remember KD's move to the Warriors. That involved the Golden State. So they're both capable of pulling something this big off. Maybe Draymond needs to put in a good word. But that's all from me today. See you next time.